pole shot. Have a look at Gibbs trying to go around the outside.
He is on a mission right now.
Oh, look at this,
Escape the carnage.
A battle of survival here in this first moto, and he has come out on top.
Welcome to Toowoomba, Queensland for round 6 of the Penrite ProMX Championship presented by AMX Superstores. And it is retro round in the stunning Echo Valley, known for its spectacular views, but also its immense racing dating back to the 70s. Hi, I'm Kate Peck, and with me is 11-time National Motocross champion Lee Hogan. Hogs, isn't this place just glorious? So much history here.
Absolutely. The track's fantastic. The sun's shining. It's a little bit chilly today, but other than that, it's fantastic.
Now, in MX2, Larwood taking the round win, returning to form from injury, taking that round win from Brodie Connolly, the championship leader.
And it was a popular win for Larwood, that's for sure. The hometown hero, he's from South Australia. He had such a horror run in recent years with injuries. So to see Larwood come out, particularly that second moto, to get the win ahead of his teammate, Brodie Connolly, who's leading the championship. Great job from Larwood. Hope we see likewise from him here at Toowoomba.
And MX3, of course, Kai Woods showing some blistering pace, taking that round win, his first for the season.
Yeah, he's had an up and down season, but I tell you what, his starts and his lap time speed at Murray Bridge was phenomenal. A double victory there. He could not put a foot wrong. He looked exceptionally fast. Now, he's just come back from the World Championships. He got to represent us, represent Australia in the World Junior Championships, but to get the double victory at the last round, he's going to take so much confidence into Toowoomba.
And finally, it's round 3 out of 4 for the MXW girls. Charlie Cannon is looking unstoppable with a 14-point lead coming in this weekend. P2 is, of course, Taylor Thompson. Can anybody stop Charlie Cannon?
Yeah, look, it's going to be hard to stop the freight train that is Charlie Cannon. She's gone undefeated for the whole season, and she looks like doing the same. There's some big names, the return of Taylor McCutcheon. Of course, we've got Taylor Thompson, Emma Milicevic. There's a lot of fast girls out there that want to get in there, get amongst it, try to take a win off her, but it's going to be hard to do.
Okay, now let's take a look at the Michelin track preview where Lee Hogan cut some laps of this incredible track.
Welcome to round 6 here at Toowoomba. This is a round that could be make or break in this championship. It's a track that has insanely long ruts, steep uphills and big boy downhills. It's a circuit that demands respect. So much so that Lee Hogan has decided to step back onto a 250 to ensure he doesn't get arm pump in this week's Michelin track preview. Lee, let's go.
Right, let's hop on board for a lap around the Echo Valley circuit and into this iconic first turn. No signs of any ruts yet, but there will be plenty. Trust me. We start to make our way up towards a little bit of elevation into turn 2. Now this is off camber, and we make our way flat out up this step up. Everything this bike has got just to get to the top. Left-hander here and across the skyline and a blind jump. Cannot see which way you're going now. No ruts here at the moment, but there is going to be 6, 7 ruts side by side, straight line going down into that corner, one of the most treacherous parts of the track. A very slippery up ramp there I just went over. I was making sure we didn't step out to the side. Tiptoeing our way through here as we start to make our way towards back-to-back jumps. This first tabletop, medium size, but still decent when you're on the bike, into this very steep up face and a steep down ramp. Now, doesn't show on vision, but I tell you what, I was happy to stick that landing ramp there, that's for sure. Nice small little scrub jump here, staying low and back on the gas. I'm gonna head out for the safety here of the outside, keep away from the ripped dirt on the inside there. Try to gain a little bit of momentum here for what is the fastest part of the track for me to try to get up and over this jump. Now seat bounce with everything I've got all the way and just made that. Up and over the wall jump, and we'll start to make our way up towards the highest point in the track. This is a very famous part of the Echo Valley circuit, the Matterhorn. As we make our way down, this is so steep and the vision just does not show the elevation that we've dropped 2 levels down into what used to be a massive wall berm. Now just a normal sized berm into a set of whoops. I double my way through here and already starting to think about this monster of a jump that's very close to where the crowd sits. Awesome air time and flat out up and over this step up. Very happy to land safely as we make our way into the final turn. And once again, more good air time on the finish line tabletop. One more turn to go as we go down into the right hander, which will slingshot us onto the main straight, and that is a lap.
Preview done, Hogue's in one piece. Mate, it looks muddy out there, but it looks like a lot of fun.
It's an optical illusion. It is not muddy. It's so tacky out there. I had an absolute ball. I just wanted to keep cutting laps. I'm only allowed 3 laps and no hammy. I didn't choose the 250 because of arm pump. I actually was told to ride this thing, but I think I got more arm pump trying to swing off the back of a standard 250 to try and get up over these jumps. They're monsters out there. It's a lot of fun.
Well, we are set up to get an insane day of racing. This track always delivers. Let's get into it.
So we have the Pirelli MX2 down on the line. Danny, what did we see in qualifying and who is your pick here?
This is going to be an interesting one here today. Qualifying was led by Reed Taylor. Now, we've seen Reed Taylor some exceptional speed at previous rounds, but due to crash, bike issue, something, he hasn't been able to close it out. Is today that day that we see Reed Taylor close out one of these results? He's truly deserving of it. He has got all the momentum. He works very hard at it. He needs to get this result, and if he does, then he could be one of our guys. Connolly was 3rd fastest. Local hero Caleb Barham, of course, 2nd fastest. And there he is, the 16 machine to the very middle of the start gate. Lee, your pick here on the start gate, where would you be lining up?
Yeah, look, I think just to the right of the middle. It's a pretty even start grid here as we take a look at the Pirelli lineup. MX2, Reed Taylor, Caleb Barham, Brodie Connolly, Caden Minia, and Campbell Williams. Great qualifying from Cambo.
Great to see Reese Budd, Mather, Ferguson a little bit further back, Brock Flynn, Alex Larwood. Now these guys were pretty early out on the track, not too many lines to choose from. We will see a few different names starting to shine now that we have more of a raceable track with this particular class.
Now to get back to your question, Danny, Reed Taylor, it has been more mechanical issues than crashes that have been causing him these drama in the races. Now, I tip he's going to come out and do pretty damn well here. I know the team, Empire Kawasaki, along with Reed, they've both been working so hard, traveling around, testing, training. Let's hope it's going to pay dividends. We are in the starter's hands. Let's watch for the drop of the gate. Long hold of the gate here. Who is going to hook into that first turn? Is that Barham with a great jump? Kingsford. Oh, Flynn.
Flynn from outside. What a performance there into turn number 1. Oh, look at how wild they are going into turn number 2.
Wow, this is unbelievable stuff for Brock Flynn. He had such a great ride in race number 1 at Murray Bridge, but race 2, broken collarbone. He got surgery, and he has come back already.
So Larwood was way back, 20th, I would take a guess at. I did not see our championship leader there. Oh no, there he is in 5th. It's hard because they're all on different coloured bikes at the moment. There he is, just to the inside, right behind Cosford.
So Reed Taylor looks to be in about 6th place. Did he just maybe move up to 5th?
I think so, past Kingsford there. So we've got our big hitters.
Big crash just at the back of the screen on a Yamaha. We'll try to pick up who that was. We just saw it.
Lead change possibly coming up here. Barham to the lead. Flynn there in 2nd. Cosford 3rd. Connolly, Reed Taylor, Kingsford is there. As we look at the WP Whole Shot Award going to Brock Flynn on the number 60 machine. Williams is also up there. There is Bud. So good start. There is Larwood.
Haruki Yokoyama right next to Larwood. As we pick up Barham, making his way to the highest point of the track, continues to have Brock Flynn behind him. But a very good start from our championship points leader, Brodie Connolly.
Big run to the inside there. It looked like Connolly might have just moved himself to second place. Big jump into the rollers there by Kingsford. We saw one on the 450 riders. I think it was Webster. How intense is the opening lap right here on a track that is so ruggedly? It is very hard to get that intensity and still be comfortable on the bike on this opening lap.
Yeah, and another very quick, solid pass from Reed Taylor as he put Brock Flynn back another position to 5th place. So it certainly looks like Reed Taylor is on a charge at the moment. Our leaders into the first turn, currently 3rd place. Cosford there also through the first turn. And then Reed Taylor putting all kinds of pressure, trying to nudge up the inside.
Wants this pass made. Oh, here's the lead pass already done by Connolly. Wasting no time at all. Puts himself into the #1 position. Closes down that line on Barham going into this left-hander. And Barham nowhere to go. Now, Barham needs to jump onto the back wheel of our race leader and try and pick up any advantages. We have lost Reed Taylor.
Okay, we need to try to pick up what's happened there. That is devastating for the Empire Kawasaki rider. And yes, you're right, he's dropped all the way down currently to 9th place, it says. Is he falling further back, or is that where he ended up? We'll have to wait and see.
Reese Budd there in the 22 machine. There is Taylor right there. So
obviously had a little tip over.
Very small tip over. But that is what comes with the intensity on a track like this when you have so many different runs. Oh, exactly like that. Trying to run the intensity where these riders would generally nail these kind of corners earlier on. The pressure of the opening laps, the intensity of the opening laps, it really puts you out of that comfort zone. And it's the riders that can handle that pressure early on that excel and find themselves at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, a lot of these runs, Danny, can you explain to us a little more? Actually, we'll head down to Kate.
Just an update on Reed Taylor. I spoke to Empire Kawasaki and he had a tip over in the skyline up top.
So Kate and Minnie are just trying everything he can to get past Campbell Williams, but Williams doing a great job. And they've still got Larwood back there who hasn't made any inroads on this battle that we're seeing.
Across the mechanics area and back onto the start line. The horsepower of these bikes key as they move to turn #1 and then the climb up to the top of Skyline. Through the Dunlop left is our two riders. There is Connolly. And we have had a problem here for Connolly because Barham is on the back wheel. Actually, no, it's Barham that just pulled out a 1:56.1, the fastest lap of the race. Just as we thought Connolly was about to run away with it, Barham has answered the call.
Well, here we go, Danny Hammond. This was the rivalry that I was talking about here. The knowledge and I guess the absolute pleasure of riding this track that comes from Caleb Barham. He just grows as a rider when he gets here. You just have to think that just rocking up in the morning, he's smiling as he's driving down this steep hill.
Oh, he is comfortable at the moment. That front wheel, absolutely no traction on it. It was tucking the whole way. Did not get off the gas. One
See
bit,
that line that he had there? He just hopped out of the rut and got into a nice little bit of dirt. He knows his way around this track.
And he's in a position at the moment where he's got the opportunity to see our race leader, Connolly, see the lines he's using, but at the same time, exploring around the track, able to find these. Connolly does not have that opportunity. He's got to ride the lines he knows and do it the best of his ability because he does have a screaming Barham coming right up behind him and certainly putting all that pressure on.
So the battle continues between Campbell Williams and Caden Minium. You can throw a blanket over these two riders, but I'm just trying to look back a little further as we come into Honda Corner, and that looks to be Larwood that's joined the party.
I can hear the commentator going nuts at the moment. And it's for the race lead. Caleb Barham has moved himself into the lead. I bet you Connolly didn't think it was going to play out this way this early in the race. Now, roles have reversed though, Lee. Connolly now has the opportunity to see where Barham has been making up that time. Wow, the momentum.
How was that slingshot around the outside from Connolly? And likewise, once again, how's this going to play out up and across Skyline? This will place Connolly to the inside. He has a good line here, but so does Barham.
What a battle we've got going on here, and we have still got 15 minutes to go in this race. Like you said, Lee, Barham is an absolute expert at this track. Here is the pass around the outside, so that must have just been a better run just past the mechanics area into that right-hander. And that's, again, that's the advantage of being in second place. You can see those different lines. Here's Haruki Yokoyama to the inside of Kingsford. And that looks like it is a pass made. So that is one more position up as we see the provisional points down the bottom there for Connolly, stretching that lead out to 41 points over his closest rival in Ferguson, Kingsford, who we see on screen here with Haruki Yokoyama, is the next one back. As our lead riders matched their lap times the last time around, 158.3 to a 158.22. So these boys so much faster than anyone else. The 185 machine has come in. That is Riley Fitzpatrick. I don't believe I've seen so many riders in the mechanics area, either with mechanical problems or maybe from crashes. But there is a lot of retirees at the moment, and that is exactly what we're seeing out of Barham at the moment. 6.6 seconds, clear to see. Connolly has conceded, but he has 10 seconds, 11 seconds over the next rider, which is this guy here, Cosford in third. It's been a lonely race for him, but he is right there in third. You can't back off, though, because Taylor's not too far back behind them.
Yeah, great ride from Taylor. Now, Hammy, with the ruts, it's just a case of remembering the fundamentals, isn't it? Get off those brakes nice and early. Don't be jumping on the front or the back brake when you're trying to be tipping it into the rut. It's just going to mess your balance up and try to tip your bike up on you.
A little bit like that. Didn't quite get the balance correct from that particular rider going into that rut. It's a very fine art, and when you get it right, the moment you do it right, you go, wow, that was pretty awesome, and then you can't replicate it next lap. But I guess these guys are at that level where they can. Look at that, just tipped in full commitment, knowing exactly the speed that he needed to go through there. Little change of gears in the air there by Barham, the left foot dabbing down 2 gears by the look of it, getting back to second for that corner. Connolly's not that far back.
And just peeled out a massive scrub over that small little tabletop there. We're on the last lap here, legs off. Wondering what happened for him to actually drop back in time. If he's going to find the energy or the form to put on a late race charge here in the last lap.
To the top of Matterhorn for our race leader of Barham. Goes down for the last time with the lead.
All right, let's follow him through. Caleb Barham has led for the majority of this race. Moto number 1 of the Pirelli MX2.
Towards the checkered flag, we have heard the myth, the legend of Caleb Barham here at Toowoomba. He is going to come around and finally pick himself up that win. Well done to Caleb Barham. MX2 Moto number 1 win, a dominant performance pushed all the way to the checkered flag by Brodie Connolly.
How about that last couple of corners there from Brodie Connolly? He was coming like a freight train, Danny.
Third place across the line for Jace Cosford. Fantastic performance by the Yamaha team. Look at this, to the line, Larwood to the inside, Munir pushes him out, makes the pass back, gets himself there into 6th place. I love seeing this in this class with the way they push it all the way to the checkered flag.
What a fight. That was just raw aggression and some great tactics there from Caden Minia. Let's take a look at the Pirelli results. MX2 Moto 1, Caleb Barham with the win of the season. Fantastic ride there. Brodie Connolly 2nd place. Jace Cosford 3rd. Reed Taylor and Campbell Williams rounding out the top 5.
Mini fought all the way to the checkered flag, as too did Larwoods. Ferguson back there 8th, but May the King, Flynn Cookus. Kingsford only in 14th. That is going to hurt the championship points.
Very damaging. Ty Keane there. We see our list goes on. Bryce Rodney, Connor Adams, Luke Miles, Zane McIntosh there back in 24th. Let's head down to Cape Peck.
Caleb Barham taking the win. Congratulations. The smile on your face is so big. Best qualifying, first MX2 win. And what a battle with the championship leader, Brodie Connolly. You look so comfortable holding off that pressure.
Most definitely. Just to look where we were 6 weeks ago, we didn't even race. So to come back, do our best qualifying, and then, yeah, be able to battle Connolly the whole time. So I knew he had good base at the start of the moto, so I just kind of let him do his thing and found a couple lines and then thought, right, I feel good, let's see what we can do. So yeah, it was unreal. I cannot thank everybody that's behind me. Bish, Wardy, Nash, everyone that's behind me at Yamaha, Dean from Fighting Fit, Nathan Crawford from 00 Elite Rider Training, just everyone that's behind me. It takes so many people to be able to step up here at the top step. So I can't wait to do it again. We're only halfway done. We still got one more to go, but I'm excited to get another ripper start like that and see what we can do and hopefully land up on the podium here today.
100%, Caleb. So good to do in front of your friends and family. You enjoy this moment and get back out there.
Thank you so much. And everyone here, thank you so much. So I appreciate it. I can hear you all cheering the whole way around the track. So, appreciate it. Let's take it to them in the last one.
So good. Cheers, boys.
Well, take a bow, Caleb Barham, winner of Pirelli MX2 Moto1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Penrite Oil ProMX Championship, brought to you by AMX Superstores. As we take a little bit of a look at the Honda highlights here for Moto1 of the Maxxis Tyres MX3 class.
It was a good start out for Kingsford, but watch to the right-hand side of the screen. Kingsford really makes a mess of that run, ends up off the track, almost taken down by a treacherous polypipe, an absolute arch enemy of the motocross rider. But it was Jake Cannon that ended up in the lead on the opening lap of this one, and from here, no one would see where he went.
Yeah, from the moment that he turns up to the Echo Valley circuit, Jake Cannon means business, but there we see it was a little bit of a pile-up. It was Deacon Pace, it was Jed Allsop with no peak there, who was the unfortunate instigator there. Certainly didn't mean to do it, but a few riders going down in the process.
Great battle started to erupt with the WBR Yamaha bulk nutrients bikes as they were second, third, fourth and fifth, and this was a good battle with Hantis and Birchall as they went towards the step up here. Birchall was on the outside, Hantis had the line to the inside, but he was absolutely polite and let that pass by. But it wouldn't be too long until Hantis was rewarded from this. Birchall with the mistake in the corner, and he would lose that second position.
Yeah, very close to going down there, but he would remount and still end up with a great finish. Another foot dab, but no problems whatsoever, and minimal foot dabs for Jake Cannon. Just as I say, that couple of foot dabs, but looking great with the number 3 there, and he barely had a speck of dirt on the bike. Maximum points would be up for grabs here, and he needs that if he's going to try to reel in Kobe Hantis, our current championship points leader. But what a race win it was there for Jake Cannon.
Cannon was able to claw back 3 points in the championship from that one. As we look at the Maxxis Tyres MX3 Moto number 2 lineup, Cannon, of course, our fastest out there. Kai Woods, who had a terrible first race and went down. Birchall, Kingsford, Drew, Allsop, Pace, Rose, Hantis and Olone. Now, Hantis did not qualify that good today. He looked like he was all out of sorts in qualifying and practice. However, he absolutely turned it around in Moto number 1 after he got past and went back to third. Everything changed. He found his form, he found his rhythm, and he was a rider that was truly deserving of that red plate. He needs to lead to keep that red plate aboard his bike.
He sure does. Well, we're only moments away now from the drop of the gate here. Maxxis Tyres MX3 Moto number 2. Who is going to get the whole shot and head off into the distance? Can Jake Cannon get himself another good start?
How impressive is that sight? A full gate, big crowd watching all the action of MX3, which is always an exciting race. 15-second board is up. It's about to go to 5, and we are going to get all the answers we want to know as these bikes rev up. The gates will come down, and we will see who is lucky enough to get that all-important hole shot. Jump from the middle there, Lee.
Yeah, great jump out in the middle. It looked to be, was that Brock Flynn?
No.
Oh, sorry, not Brock Flynn. Number 68 is that. I can see Seth Birchall up the far inside, but that was Jake Cannon. Wasn't first to the first turn, but what a slingshot around the outside.
68 there, that was Deacon Rose, who got himself off to a great start. As they go across our first split, we will see where our big names are. Virtual Kingsford Rose looking back for Hantis. He's in 6th place across the first split. Drew was also a rider up the front.
A great battle here. The two WBR Yamaha boys battling for 2nd and 3rd. And Birchall made a good move, almost showing a front wheel up the inside of Jake Cannon.
As they come over this jump for the first time. Oh, there is Hantis. He just came through red plate. There is Wood on the number 10. Oh no, Cooper Rowe has gone down. Rowe had a fantastic Moto number 1 going.
Oh, and he's gone down hard. Peaks come off. Let's hope he hasn't hurt himself too badly. The WP whole shot for Deegan Rose.
Rose sits there in 4th place at the moment as they go across our 2nd split, but it's heating up at the front. The two WBR Yamaha riders right onto the back wheel of Cannon. They need to keep this pace. Have a look here. Is this where the crash might be? Oh yeah, there's a bit of a pile up to it. Oh, did he get run over or was that the bike?
It looked like the bike. And it almost looks like he's half stuck under the bike.
Look at this, look at the battle here from Hantis to the inside. Oh, also for Drew. Rose won't know where these guys have come from as they blast down that hill and keep all that momentum going. This, of course, is back there in 5, 6, 7. They're the positions that these guys are battling it out for at the moment. Towards the finish line again. Hantis also battle continues to rage on. Oh, mistake. Allstars has been ugly through that corner a lot in this race. Through 3 laps that they've done through there, I'm not sure he's got it right once.
Yeah, he's got to get out of that inside line and get away from that slippery dirt, because if you roll the dice going up that takeoff ramp, there's a big risk of it stepping out sideways. A little bit of a head bobble there for Kobe Hantis as it steps out a little bit on him.
Notice Tooley. Oh, down right over, that's Kingsford.
Kingsford and Allsop got caught up, so a gift there.
Wow, last lap around, fastest on track was Kobe Drew at a 1:58.6 compared to our leader, 1:59.1. Well, he has picked up the pace there. In 2nd place is Birchall. It's a 1:59 the last lap around, very high 1:59. Drew still bettering him on the lap times. And it is very close between both of these riders. They drop down the top of Skyline. Oh, Drew to the inside. That's a forceful move. Well executed, but not quite enough. Really tipped it in hardly. And he's going to do it again just here.
Yeah, that hook on the inside there for Kobe Drew. Unfortunately, that line is not the best in that corner. Not only does it have a hook, it's got a bump, and it just washes any of your momentum when you come through there. Back on screen at the moment with our current leader, Jake Cannon. All right.
Wow.
Oh, a little bit of a mistake and almost on the ground with that Honda replay.
That was close. They're the kind of things that can tighten you up a little bit, but he has a 5-second lead, which is very handy when you're having moments like that. The shadows are a massive thing. You're going from bright sun right there into those shadows, launching off that jump. Your eyes do not have time to adjust to the different lights and contrasts as they go through there. And also, like you said, the shadows lead. Oh, our race leader has gone down. Just like that. We have had a change in the lead. He is up and going, and all of a sudden, Birchall and Drew are in the hot seat for a potential overall.
All right, so, and another, what has happened here in the corner? Is that a brake that was jamming on? Is something amiss? He's trying to get the bike going. Let's watch that front wheel closely. It's not locking up. Was that just a bit of a mistake?
Well, here we go into the corner, just tuck the front.
That's what we were talking about, where we have some grippy spots and some slippery spots. Front wheel washed in a very greasy part there. Slight little lapse of concentration. Now, we need to watch this next crash and what happens here. Is it just a mistake with where he places the front end in the corner?
I think so. He looked like it's going okay. It's a weird bobble.
Weird one. Couldn't really see, unfortunately, from that angle.
Well, either way, he is back there in 3rd still. Enough of a gap over everyone else, but he is a long way off 1st and 2nd. He is out, and again, another massive mistake.
He needs to get that concentration back on board.
Just when you thought everything was said and done in this race, it turns around again. There is the point as it sits Hantis, 46 over 39. Just out of Gabriel right there and into this left-hander, some more laps riders to negotiate. He's done such a good job at finding the lines in this race. Even when he's got out of the comfort zone where he's had to use another line, he's kept those eyes up and he's made every line work for him with ease in this one lead.
Yeah, he has. He's made it look relatively easy. In comparison, how about the battle between these championship runners?
Again, Hantis so gentle going there. He really could have closed that down. Oh, but the pressure of the pass here has put Cannon very out of control.
Yeah, that was twitchy for Jay Cannon coming into that corner, and that was just, he did not want to let off. And he's not going to lay down here. He's going to keep charging and try to come back.
I feel this is the real focus over this next lap. Can Hantis stretch it out, or will Cannon be able to regroup and rebound a challenge as they go through the rollers again? To the inside, can close it off right here, and he does. That was an easy pass right there.
Saw the opportunity and just pounced for it.
So, one lap to go. This here has championship implications. Can Hantis again put on a charge, make that pass, and stretch that lead back out in the championship from this race?
What a fight between these two riders, Jake Cannon versus Kobe Hantis. Cannon sets off, trying to put in a little bit of a safety gap now between himself and the number 94 machine, but a bit of a mistake there, and Hantis will edge up almost right onto the back of him one more time.
Good run out of the top of Skyline for Cannon. That stretches that lead out just a little bit more again into the left-hander here. Oh, doing corners like that, it's going to make it extremely hard for Hantis to rebound and remount another challenge for that pass. Standing up so far into the corner lead.
Yeah, a lot of trust there in the bike, in the front wheel. Looking nice and smooth. You don't want to make a mistake when the feet are up on the pegs, or there is no safety blanket for you there. You just hit the deck. But here he is. What a race it's been. The number 4 machine on the WBR Bulk Nutrients Yamaha. Kobe Drew has put in one spectacular ride here in the second moto of the Maxxis tyres MX3.
Nice line to the inside right there. Absolutely the shortest on track. There was no intensity needed for it. Around this second last turn, what a performance by Kobe Drew. Big look over his shoulder. He has got one turn to go. He has put the work in this race, and he will come away with the win. Moto number 2, Kobe Drew.
An ecstatic victory there for Kobe Drew. What a ride. Second place, and his teammate, Seth Birchall, a welcome return to form.
Some interesting words between the boys.
So, two boys having a little banter. And what a day it has been. A little on the windy side, but the sun has been shining and the track has just been amazing. All right, let's have a look at the Maxxis tyres results. MX3 Moto2. Kobe Drew with the win from his teammate Seth Birchall. Jake Cannon came back for 3rd place. Kobe Hantis 4th and Deacon Pace in 5th.
Where did Pace come from? Allsop Woods even has moved through a lot. Kay Kingston, Seth Morrow, congratulations for a great result.
Finley Manson there in 11th, Seth Shackleton in 12th, Phoenix Van Duschoten, Jacob Sarley there in 14th place, and Deegan Rose in 15th.
Martin Groundwater, Compton, Downey and Whitten are your top 20 of yet again another exceptional MX3 Moto number 2. And let's head down to Kate with our winners.
Seth Birchall, incredibly strong performance this weekend. P2 for the race. Got pretty wild at the end there, didn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely intense. The track was gnarly and very technical, but I'm glad to put it on the box this round.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I guess we'll see you in the next round with more performance like this.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you, WBR racing team, Bulk Nutrients, and everyone that helps me. Thank you.
Okay, and in P1 for the moto, P2 for the round, Kobe Drew, you were right there to capitalise on what happened to Jake Cannon. You put the pressure on. Great ride from you.
Yeah, just everything kind of came together for once, and felt really good out in that moto, and I was starting to catch Jake, and unfortunate for him, he went down, but I capitalised and kept riding strong, and yeah, got my first win.
Excellent to see you out there.
Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, and in P1 for the round, Jake Cannon, talk us through that last 5 minutes for you because things got crazy.
Yeah, I mean, good start again. I felt comfortable. I felt like I was in control, and I just hit the ground and hit it again. I got up and tucked the front again as I was taking off. So, but yeah, boys were riding unreal. They were definitely keeping me honest that one, and got the overall. But yeah, it's just bummer.
And the clutch and handguard, what happened there?
Oh, the handguard was bent down and holding the clutch in. So coming around the corners, it just didn't go anywhere. But
that's okay. Not to worry. We got the round win, and we will see you at the next moto.
thank you.
Thanks, boys.
All right, don't go anywhere. When we come back, the final of the Pirelli MX2 motos. Welcome back to the Penrite Oils ProMX Championships, brought to you by AMX Superstores. Crowd enjoying this spectacular day's racing here at Toowoomba. All right, let's take a look at the Honda highlights here for the Easy Lift MX2 class. And what a jump out of the gate for Charlie Cannon on board the SCT Honda machine. A little bit of a mistake there for Taylor McCutcheon. She was doing exceptionally well. But a great battle here from Maddie Simpson and Taylor Thompson. Thompson trying for that inside pass, but got jammed up a little bit there with the rut. But that's not the last we would see of her once again on screen, but above her, trying for the outside and losing the front wheel. Maddie Simpson, front wheel bulldozed over the top. But Charlie Cannon came around and took the checkered flag, and a very nice, comfortable victory there. Likewise, awesome jump out of the gate in Moto2 with another hole shot from Charlie Cannon and a soil sample for Taylor Thompson on board the Husqvarna machine. Maddie Simpson one more time. She's around the outside, embroiled in a fantastic battle here with Yamaha rider Danielle McDonald, straight back from Europe after representing Australia. And here pops out of the rut and boom. Unfortunately, the two riders coming together and nowhere to go. Danielle McDonald down on the ground. But Charlie Cannon on board the SCT Honda 250 machine around the final turn and checkered flag again with another dominant 1-1 day here at Toowoomba. A great job for Charlie Cannon.
Well, on the screen now we have MX2, and what an epic first moto we saw from these guys as well. The field so deep with talent, so much excitement in this one. Fastest qualified, just making his way back to the start line there, was the 86 machine of Reed Taylor. The gates dropped. We saw a brilliant start out here from the outside, sweeping in of Brock Flynn, the 60 machine, to the outside and then sweeping across in front of everyone. Kingston was to the outside here. Cosford and our championship leader getting very close to being tangled up going into the second turn there, Lee.
Yeah, that was close here. We see Eye of the Tiger for Barham as he made his way past our early race leader, Brodie Connolly, and he set sail. What a race it was. But it wasn't without mid-race battle with our current championship points leader, Brodie Connolly.
Connolly, the triple in there, manages to get himself right onto the back wheel. This battle went back and forward for so long that it was eventually going to be Barham that would come out on top of this one. Unfortunate for Ruki Okiyama, he did go down and it looked like he had a bit of an ankle injury or something of the sorts. Cosman had a good race as well back there in third place, the Yamaha rider number 7, having a good day here at Toowoomba.
Yeah, they really are names you expect to see up the head of the pack of the 250s. Names like Barham and Cosford, they enjoy it here. And this guy, dressed in yellow, at the head of the pack, did the best of them all. A sneaky look over the left shoulder to make sure that there was clear sailing coming into the final turn, and the checkered flag comes out. And that is how you do it. Caleb Barham with his first victory, and wasn't he over the moon?
So excited with that result. Great to see. Quick read across here. It was Reed Taylor quickest out there. Barham, Connolly, Minia had a good race. Moto number 1, 2, as did Williams, Budd, Mather, Ferguson, Flynn, and Larwood. Watch out for him.
Haruki Okiyama, we're not sure if we'll see him in this one. We hope we do. Ryder Kingsford, James Scott, the Kiwi, out from New Zealand.
Well, the board is up already. 15 seconds. 5 will be up in a moment. Do we see a big jump out for Connolly? Will Brock Flynn sweep across in front of everyone again? Or can Alex Larwood get himself a start and put himself in the fight for the win of this one? Or will it be Taylor on the Kawasaki? Or the riders coming together right there? It was tight, but it's Connolly.
Brody Connolly just jumped out of the gate well, and by the time he got to the first turn, it was relatively comfortable. Up the inside of turn 2 there, Caden Minia looks to be in pretty good position, but is that Kingsford there?
Kingsford, yes. Cosford hits the back wheel of Kingsford going through there. We see Taylor gets himself into second place. And here up to the inside, Barham looks like he's up there as well, as to Budd. So there is plenty of blue bikes up the front here. There they are. Barham to the outside, the Moto number 1 winner. He's changed the colour into red. Yellow boots. Do like that. Yellow gloves. Love that setup.
Yeah, he's mixed us up just a little bit here. Mixed up the gear set just to keep us guessing. But, oh, beautiful move there from Reed Taylor as he just slotted himself into the lead.
This is something Connolly is not used to. Oh, bad luck here for Ferguson as he finds himself down early in this one again. That bike, is that stuck in gear?
The throttle was stuck to wide open as we take a look at our WP hole shot for Brody Connolly. And let's not forget Noah Ferguson. He just managed to jump up into second place overall in the championship.
Larwood too far back in this one. Once again, he's got a lot of work ahead of him. Barham has moved into 4th. There is James Scott, the New Zealander, in 5th place on the 108 machine. The national champion over there. Oh, down goes Barham in that last turn. He messed up the entry to it. So the fairy tale has come to an end on this one.
Well, we've had multiple riders there. Number 75, Jack Kukas, has gone down as well. So that is very damaging for the overall on the day, and almost hands it to Brody Connolly unless something goes wrong. Have a look in the right of the screen. Cross-rutted there. Just caught him unawares to end up that far to the right-hand side.
Should have been leaning left, was leaning right. Kukas, I think, went down just hitting the brakes hard, making sure that he didn't run into the fallen rider. How's the battle up front here? This is what we like to see with Taylor. We know he is fast. He led Maitland all the way to the last lap. Can he get his maiden victory here in this race, Moto number 2 at Toowoomba?
Well, it looks like he's got some lines that are coming together really nicely. As we watch closely and try to pick up, he certainly doesn't look to be following closely with Brody Connolly. That number 591 there, Danny.
Steele Adams gone down, unfortunate for him. As we see our race leader in Connolly. Nice swing through the right-hander, up and over the top towards Skyline. Taylor catches up here all the time.
Yeah, he's got a good run out of that turn 2, and he didn't snag the end of that step-up jump. He made it nice and clean, so just alone in that would have made up a couple of tenths of seconds. Looked like he had a slightly different line into that left-handed turn that had a couple more bumps, so I don't think he quite had the momentum through that turn. He might need to change up that line.
158 for our race leader. That was Mitch Norris on the 118 that we saw in the other box there. Looked like he might have gone down, was getting back up and going. I think that looked like right near the start line. So a rut probably caught him out. Julie Gabriel Wright is our race leader. Oh, those mistakes.
That was a big mistake there, and he was lucky to not go down. If that was in a slightly deeper rut, that would have grabbed that front wheel and he wouldn't have been able to get out of the rut quite so easily. But is that the sniff that Reed Taylor needs?
Is that the pressure that we're seeing applied by Reed Taylor?
Did I just see a little bit of smoke coming out of the back end of that Kawasaki?
Okay, watch this. Just the balance isn't quite right going into this. Needs to be leaning left. He's leaning, he's too upright going into that.
That actually did look like a big sidewall to the rut. I don't know how he managed to get up and over that.
Oh, right. down. He is hidden over the back. I'm not sure what's going on there. Well, that isn't a bad position.
Is that our number?
Yamaha, it's got
79?
79, yeah, possibly. It looks like, yeah, 79, I think so. Okay, here we go. We might have a replay of Sweet. Oh, that's a big one.
That was, yeah, it's almost
Bike's gone onto the other track.
That was massive, and yeah, it's ended up all the way over there. I was wondering how he ended up crashing in the position that he did, but to watch as he got airborne, that looks like either the pegs or his feet have G'd out in the bottom of a rut on the takeoff, or a false neutral on the takeoff ramp.
Pass made now by Cosford, so that puts him up one more position into third, and that will tie him with Reed Taylor in points for second, or will be awarded third overall on the day. As Connolly stretches it out, 3.9 seconds over this rider here, 86 of Reed Taylor. And they're a big distance in front of the next place rider in Jason Cosford. Let's head down the Cape.
Just speaking to Ryder Kingsford's team, he's riding a bit injured. So he had a foot issue from round 5, which then led into a training issue, which compacted his lower leg after a foot dab. So he is riding pretty sore right now. So it'll be interesting to see if he can maintain this speed.
Now, Lee, we talk about it quite often, the bike setups that would be needed for a particular track. This one here is a different one. Again, it's a different beast, a different setup that you would need. Which way would you be going? Would you be leaning on suspension setup?
Yeah, look, I think for me personally is getting the small bump sensitivity going. We all like to try to set our bikes up for, you know, worst case scenario, and I guess it's like the rider that goes out and sets up their Supercross suspension for your first couple of laps of practice when you've got whoops that are, as you know, waist deep, I guess, and you try to set your bike up for when everything's working great, and then you get to the end of the night and all of a sudden you're feeling every tiny little bump on the track. Well, I think in this case here, if you went and set up your bike a little bit too firm for some of the big jumps or the G-outs, for example, that you'd be feeling all of these little skittery bumps around this track. So I would be, you still need a little bit of firmness, but I'd be going for that small bump sensitivity so that that last 5, 6, 7 minutes of the race, you can keep charging hard. Yeah, Danny, only a few weeks ago, I got the opportunity to have a ride on board Brodie Connolly's CRF 250 here, his actual race bike. It was about a week after the Murray Bridge round. It still had the same tyres, I hadn't put a new clutch in it, nothing. I got to ride it exactly how he races the bike, and I was so intrigued to see how it went. And I've ridden a lot of factory 250s in my time, and I tell you what, it was impressive. The bottom end torque and mid-range, not so much the top end, the bottom end torque, just incredible. And here it is. He comes around to complete the perfect day and a win in the second moto for Brodie Connolly on board the Polyfloor machine after a second place in Moto1 and a victory here in Moto2. A 2-1 will be enough to take the overall, and a very happy Jace Cosford there.
Not too far back behind them, Alex Larwood was coming in hot. So well ridden there by Larwood to get through to 4th place. If only he got that start in this race, we may have seen him battling it out for the lead. But a fantastic performance by Brodie Connolly, schooling the rest of the riders here today at Toowoomba on how to ride ruts. Kingsford finishes off his race just in front of Minier as he came across the finish line as well. The youngsters enjoying a great day of racing here at Toowoomba, round 6 of the motocross. Yuriv Konski in to see Connolly as Cosford comes in. Be very happy, Cosford, I would assume, getting this result here.
Yeah, brilliant ride for Jace Cosford there, and of course the overall victory with the 2-1 for Brodie Connolly. Likewise, impressive day for Reed Taylor.
Let's take a look at the Pirelli MX2 Moto2 results. Brodie Connolly is your winner. Reed Taylor, Jace Cosford, Alex Larwood worked through to 4th. Ryder Kingsford held on for 5th. Minier, Barham, Williams, Bud and Mather will be your top 10.
Noah Ferguson up to 11th after early race dramas. Jack Kukas, Ryan King in 13th, James Scott 14th, and the list goes on.
A couple of New Zealand riders there finishing it off. 13th and 14th, great performance by both of them. Big field here at Toowoomba for the MX2. And we head down to Kate now with our winners.
Jace Cosford on the Yamaha P3 for the round. Two really strong motos. You got a nice big smile on your face. I can see Dean Ferris is cheering for you over there. It must feel good to be on the box again.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this, feels like forever. I put a lot of work in, and sometimes it feels like you just go backwards, and for this to finally get a podium, it means a lot.
Excellent. Okay, well, you enjoy this, and we will see you at the next round.
Thank you so much. Just got to give a big shout out to Yamaha Racing Team, Mike Ward, Scott Bishop for sticking behind me and believing me from the start, giving me this opportunity. Yeah, by far the best team. I just love it there. So massive shout out to them, all the sponsors on the team, Civil Skills, my partner Bree, all my family, and yeah, thank you.
Takes a village, doesn't it?
It does.
Thanks, Jace.
And Dino, of course, my training partner.
So good. Your mentor. Reed Taylor, congratulations on the Empire Kawasaki. I feel like you've had so much speed this year. It's so many issues. Tell us what it's like to be up on the box finally.
Yeah, it's awesome. Obviously, I've had a bit of bad luck the last few rounds, but yeah, I've been working hard and the team's been working hard, so it's great to get a result for both of us. And yeah, I'd just like to say a big thanks to everyone in my corner, my mum, my dad, Baden Blanchett, Ford, just Matt, everyone that helps out, my suspension guy, Casey, just, yeah, everyone, thank you.
Excellent. Lots of hard work went into this, so well done.
Thank you.
And in P1 for the round, Brodie Connolly on the Honda. Back to business as usual. Talk us through your day and your two motos.
Yeah, it was a real good day for me. Second in the first one. You know, I'm not haven't really been behind anyone too much this year, so I rode a little tight, and then, yeah, second one got off to a good start and had quite a good battle with Reed there for half of it, which was a lot of fun. And yeah, overall good day, a good points day. Just a massive thank you to my whole team, Honda, Urive, my mechanic Jai, all the team sponsors. You know, they put in a massive effort. Big thanks to Slad in the back. Yeah, just the whole team, and also the Townsend family back home where I live. They're a massive help to me. So yeah, just thanks everyone.
Excellent, very nice words. You go enjoy this.
Thank you.
Thanks, boys.
Great performance by all three of these riders. We saw some blood on the grip there from the thumb a little bit earlier on. Just shows how much pain these guys endure as they continue through this.
All right, well, make sure you write in your calendars August 11th as we head next to MX Farm near Gympie, Queensland for round 7 of the Penrite Oils ProMX Championships presented by AMX Superstores. And be sure to lock in September the 7th to the 8th as we head to Phillip Island Grand Prix Circuit in Victoria for round 5 of the My Bike Australian Superbike Championships, brought to you by Moto2 Oils. Well, thanks so much for joining us here at Toowoomba for retro round number 5 of the Penrite Oils ProMX Championships, brought to you by AMX Superstores. On behalf of Danny Ham, Kate Peck and myself, Lee Hogan, thanks for your company. We'll see you next at MX Farm for round 7 of the championship. Goodbye for now.